We call Salvationists worldwide to worship and proclaim the living God and to seek in every meeting a vital encounter with the Lord of life, using relevant cultural forms and languages. We affirm that God invites us to a meeting in which God is present, where He speaks and acts. In our meetings, we celebrate and experience the promised presence of Christ with His people. Christ crucified, risen and glorified is the focal point, the epicenter of our worship. We offer worship to the Father through the Son, in the Spirit, in our own words, in acts which engage our whole being, body, soul and mind. We sing the ancient song of creation to its Creator. We sing the new song of the redeemed to their Redeemer. We hear proclaimed the word of redemption, the call to mission, and the promise of life in the Spirit. We find the springs of our spiritual life in our turning to God in private moments of prayer and devotions, as well as in our worship together. Salvation Army meetings are vital to the spiritual life we share. They include prayer, praise, scripture, songs and testimony, resources for service, and have the capacity to change our lives, to redirect them, all because God is in the meeting. However, we acknowledge that there are times when we fail either to hear what God is saying or to be aware of what He is doing. The attitude we bring to a meeting dictates what we receive. The meeting is not primarily with each other, it is with God. If individually we are to benefit from the worship we offer, we must ensure the communication is two-way. Jesus said some vital things about worship. God is spirit, and His worshippers must worship in spirit and in truth. So it is important how we prepare ourselves for worship and the attitude in which we come to our God. Every meeting holds many possibilities. So Christ comes to our meeting and is present among us in different ways. And as we recognize Christ in one another, as we are aware of His presence in the meeting, as we look to Him for example, it should naturally follow that we become more like Him, and that when people look for Christ in us, they too will find Him.